Alright guys, my Gliscors here, bringing you the PDL Season 2 Draft Analysis. This is a league like any other. Pretty much there's 10 people in here. We went off the tiers on the APA schedule. No, the APA draft, don't really know much about the APA except A-Drive is in it, so I'm going to watch the battles because, you know, it's more draft league content that I can watch. So yeah. With the 6 picks in the draft, we were able to pick up Blacephalon, which is a mon I've always wanted to use in Draft League. When it first came out, I tried to make a couple sets for it, like Sunny Day, Flame Charge. Definitely something to boost to 107 base speed, as it doesn't outspeed the much. Of course, it outspeeds stuff like base 105, but I have to run Timid in order, well, at least a speed boosting nature. In order to outspeed base 95s, which really sucks, as I want to be able to run Modest for the most part. Ooh, hold up. That's interesting. We could run some sort of... Hold up, how's that gonna work? And then we run Calm Mind to get the speed boosts. Sub, Calm Mind, Shadow Ball, Flamethrower. Okay, anyways, sets in the future. Pretty much, it's just really... I was gonna say versatile, but I meant like one-dimensional. You use it because it's so strong in Ghost and Fire Stab, which is another reason why, if I can find it on here, because I know... they're really good typing. Ghost and Fire just does an incredible amount of damage, and I probably already passed it, but it's whatever. Chandelier was the other Ghost and Fire type. Of course, that thing had a little more coverage, but coverage is a little less to be worried about when you have 151 special attack stat and really strong stab moves. It also does have Mind Blown, which I'm not a huge fan of, but everybody makes a big deal about. 150 base power, really not the best. You lose half your HP no matter what. So I assume if you're less than half, it knocks you out. It's probably going to only be seen in the VGC scene, I guess, since it hits both targets on the other side. I don't know. I don't really plan on using that move at all, unless I really need damage. I also don't think it's one of my Z-Mons, if I'm entirely sure. Oh no, I did make it my Z-Mon, so maybe I can do Z Mind Blown, but I don't ever see a point in that. So yeah, next up we have Suicune, which is another personal favorite. It was one of the first mons I ever drafted in League format, and I just really like a bulky water. Usually I pick a Lomomola, but I'm not running stall here, or semi-stall I guess. I don't really like drafting pure stall. I kind of like getting some sort of offense. But yeah, this thing's really bulky, 100 HP, which was something I was talking in my stream. I was talking about how 100 base HP is incredible. A lot of bulky mons want to have a high HP stat. Stuff like Zygarde has 100 base HP, I believe, or close to there of it. Zygarde, yeah, 108, which is incredible, being able to sub up in front of something like Chansey or Blissey, and not have to worry about Seismic Toss breaking your sub, allowing you to Calm Mind up and potentially sweep. Not saying this thing can sweep in front of a Blissey because it doesn't have any physical moves, but in Zygarde's case it can. So yeah, pretty much this thing is going to be there to eat hits, Scald Burn things, maybe become some sort of sweeper with Calm Mind. There's also Roarcoon, which I can use to phase out a couple mons. Yeah, just can be really good. It has Toxic, Ice Beam, I guess. I mean, it's pretty one-dimensional again. Like, it's just used to Calm Mind up, be bulky. It has a solid speed tier, I guess, so we can outspeed stuff that maybe could be 4 times weak to water, like a Camerupt, or that's Macargo, mons that aren't really drafted, but nevertheless, it can outspeed stuff like that. Hit him with Scald. There's not really much else to say about Suicune. It only has this one use. It has some sort of coverage, air slash, extra sensory, shadow ball, signal beam. I guess it can be desirable as a physical attacker. Extreme speed, facade, body slam, avalanche, waterfall. Then you get liquidation. It has iron head, which is kind of cool. Ice fang. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this mon. It really has this only one use. Next up we have Zygarde. Another one of my personal favorites. I drafted this in the IBA, I believe. Or no, the UAPB Season 1, right, yeah. And everybody was like, it has base 100 attack, it's not even good. But you guys are forgetting it has Coiled, Dragon Dance, 115 base speed, which is my favorite thing about it. Because you can outspeed base 100s and still run Adamant. As well as Dragon Dance boosted your speed anyway, so you're not really worried about it. And 1000 Arrows is just one of the most spammable moves in the game. Now, if you look at it compared to Zygarde, it's definitely worse. Zygarde has a base 600 stat total, and I believe Zygarde is UU. Where'd they put Zygarde? He didn't fall to RU. Oh yeah, he's in RU, yeah. Forgot about that because they were trying to ban him from RU. But yeah, I can't run Power Construct, of course. That's pretty much always going to be noted. Has good coverage and stuff like Brick Break. Wish I had a better Dragon move other than Outrage. I don't really prefer to use that, and it's not my Zmon, so I can't run Dragonium Z. It does good stuff like Superpower, Stone Edge, and Headbutt. Also has a really good Special Mon with Core Enforcer, as well as Earth Power, Focus Blast, good use in HPs. Also gets Sludge Wave for something like Bulu. We also have Iron Tail for fairies. We have I would say Z Sunny Day or Z Sandstorm, but we aren't a Zmon, so we can't really use those. And yeah, it's pretty much just here to be one of those setup sweepers, as well as give me a first little bit of physical attackers. In my first 2 picks were special, and I wanted to kind of get some more physical. Next up we have Alolan Muk. It was tier 3 and I couldn't pass up on this thing. It's actually a really good mon. When you finally look past it's because you think Muk, like, it's not used that often, but after it got out of the dark type, honestly it just made it so much better, only being weak to ground, allowing you to run pretty much a lot of items on this thing, as it has almost every single coverage: Thunder Punch, Sludge Wave, Stone Edge, Shadow Sneak, Rock Slide, Pursuit, Poison Jab, Knockoff, Ice Punch. It has a whole bunch of fire moves, fighting moves as well. There's a Brick Break. You can even run Focus Punch if you wanted. Acid Spray, maybe run some sort of special set. It has a decent special attack stat, not really the best, but you could do it. Has Pain Split, has Sub, Toxic, Taunt. This thing has a lot of sets it can run, and I'm really interested to use this thing as it's just there. I mean, it has, ooh, I saw Rock Polish. Yeah, you could run a Rock Polish Sweeper set. Let's see here. And not Lax, Jolly. Jolly 218 times 2. That speeds like 436, which outspeeds stuff like Mega Aerodactyl, right? I believe Mega Aerodactyl's 438, so never mind. Outspeeds Mega Manectric, which probably wouldn't knock it out with anything, maybe like a +2 gunk shot. No, like physical attacking boost moves. Doesn't have like Sword Dance or Growth or something, but it does have Pursuit, which is something really interesting because it can trap a lot of psychic types, as well as also just hitting them really hard with Knockoff. I really love a good Knockoff spammer, as Knockoff is one of those moves that you're just not really ready for, and can really put a hurting on a team, especially if a much needed Choice Scarf is going to be what you need to do to win the game. Next up though we have Bronzong, a really good low tier bulky steel, as well as it gives me a solid psychic typing if I want to use it for that. 167 defense, 116 split F, pretty much average bulk, gets solid coverage enough. Could be a Trick Room setter for something maybe like a Trick Room Venusaur sweep or a Trick Room Muck sweep. Also has double screens, can set up Stealth Rocks, be a good Gyre Ball spammer. If Florges is being annoying, I have that. Toxic can also wear away the steam. We can also trick an item onto something, maybe like an Iron Ball on a flying fire type, and be able to hit that thing with Earthquake or something of the sort. I don't know. Maybe like trick an Iron Ball onto a Rotom. I don't know. Something of the sort. But yeah, this thing is just really good. Having decent attacking stats if I wanted to do something. Can also set up its own Trick Room and start sweeping as well. So definitely a mon I wanted to use. And not having Stealth Rocks on anything in the first 4. Definitely needed to get something that sets up Stealth Rocks. And now we have Xatu, which is a good magic bouncer. Since Bronzong is my only Stealth Rock setter, because I'm pretty sure Blaziken doesn't get Stealth Rocks. Yeah. Needed something that would give me some sort of rocks if the choice came around. Can just pretty much go out there. And I did draft this in another league. It's really fun to use as it does get a whole ton of coverage. A lot of support moves, U-turn, Wish, Protect, Trick, Toxic, Thunder Wave, Tailwind, Dual Screens, Haze, to phase out certain mons, as well as Baton Pass if that's legal. Giga Drain to recover up if somebody has a Gastrodon. Roost for manual recovery. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't really know what much to say about this mon. It's base 95 in special attack and speed, so it's fairly good there. Like I said, it's good magic bouncer. Has defog, which is kind of essential on my team, as Blacephalon gets annoyed by rocks. And so does this mon and Rabombi. So that's really my main rock weak mons. So I just wanted to get at least one defogger, as again, rocks don't really hurt me too much. But next up we do have Venusaur, giving me another poison type. But nothing I'm really too concerned about. It does give me a 4 times resistant to grass, which helps Suicune out if we want. And yeah, it does help Suicune out. That's what I meant to say. Helps Suicune out if something comes up with its grass. We can go into Venusaur. And this thing is just really good. Like 100 attack, 123 defense, 122 special attack, 120 SPDF. Getting things like Earthquake to beat Heatran, getting Giga Drain to recover up, Knockoff just to be annoying again. Leech Seed, Protect. It has Outrage, which would be cool if we need to ever beat some sort of dragon type that we wouldn't be able to normally beat. We have Toxic Synthesis. We also have Swords Dance. Swords Dance Earthquake would be kind of cool to run. You can't forget about Swords Dance Fairy Cutter though. That would be really broken. We have Roar to phase things out again, like we do on Suicune, as well as Xatu. Maybe Sleep Powder. I don't honestly know. We have a whole ton of sets we can run on this thing. Since it does have a solid attack, special attack, as well as really good bulk. And it can just be generally annoying to a lot of teams, since it does get Thick Fat. Which, if you guys don't know what Thick Fat is, it makes Fire and Ice type moves not very effective against Venusaur, despite saying super effective. So it's only really weak to Flying and Psychic. And we have the Flying and Psychic type on our team, so we're not really too worried about a specific one mon that can counter us. But we do have to be careful of something like a Latios or a Latios. But then again, we do have Muck that comes in, takes the Psychic hit, and Pursuit traps it. So these two work really well together, despite both being Earthquake weak. I guess you can say my team is kind of Earthquake weak, although Suicune, Bronzong, and Xatu all take hits from that. But yeah, pretty much kind of looking at Edgequake really does hurt my team. Earthquake weak, Earthquake weak, Earthquake weak, and then we have Rock weak, Rock weak. So maybe Edgequake hurts a little bit, but most Edgequake mons are slower than Suicune and slower than Venusaur. So I feel like we're pretty fine on type coverages at least. But next up we do have Raikou, another one of my favorites. I use this in the GBA FDL actually as a just really good mon. As we talked about, 115 is one of my favorite speed stats as it does outspeed base 100s. Something like Manaphy, we can run modest on that and just blow it back with a nice little Thunderbolt. It does have really solid coverage. It can also be run physical if we really wanted to. Since it is a legendary dog, it has things like extreme speed and Iron Head and stuff like that. So also is a solid volt switcher, and I really like a fast volt switcher because I usually pair a fast volt switcher with like Mega B or something. But I'm glad I got Mega Venusaur. I just really like this Mega as it is really fat. What else to really say about Raikou other than it's a good coal mine, really fast, can run. I don't think it gets nasty plot, but don't really need it. Can run any item really. Doesn't have a solid move, which is kind of unfortunate. I guess it could PP stall Toxapex with pressure. That's something to note. We can call mine, sub, and slowly beat Toxapex. Since it only has 24 hazes and we have 32 calm mines, we'd be +6 before it loses all its hazes. So that's something to note. Yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say about this mon. Another one of them straightforward mons, just is there to volt switch around and be a general pain in the side to a lot of teams. Next up we do have Rabombi, which got a huge buff this generation, getting sticky webs. Sticky webs is really one of the coolest moves, as it will slow down all mons that touch it by -1 on their speed stat, allowing slower mons like Venusaur or like a Suicune or Blacephalon not have to run too much speed to be able to outspeed a lot of things. And webs really does scare a lot of people during prep, as they'll want to bring more like flying types, which Raikou handles. Excuse me. I'll probably cut that out. Pretty much. This thing can force a lot of people to run flying types. This flying types kind of I'm weak to Blaziken, Rabombi, Venusaur. But then again, I'm not really too worried. Like I've said before, I'm kind of good on type coverages. 124 speed outspeeds a whole ton of things. And I don't really plan on being too worried about not outspeeding things, as most of the time you just run Focus Sash on this. Shield Dust prevents any secondary effects from going in, so if I get hit with a Scald and it OHKOs me, I can't get burnt, so I'm getting sticky webs up no matter what. The only thing that will prevent me from getting sticky webs up is a defogger in front of my face, or a potential coming in on rocks. I'm also a solid defog on this, as well as a fast U-turner if I ever want to use it for that. 381 speed outspeeds a lot of things, specifically something like a Tornadus. Although I would never see myself outspeeding it, or trying to outspeed a Tornadus. But just saying I can. Next up we do a Blaziken. Can't run speed boost, but it is Blaziken. It's still a really good mon, as it has solid attack and special attack. Speed's a little less than desired, but it does good agility, as well as Hone Claw, Swords Dance, I believe Nasty Plot too even. It has a lot of setup, as well as status that it can run. Has really good coverage too, really strong stabs in Flutter Blitz and High Jump Kick, as well as running Earthquake, Brave Bird, something like Night Slash, Poison Jab for fairies, Thunder Punch for bulky waters, Stone Edge for flying types. Can be really good and just fill in a certain coverage that I need, or just potentially Swords Dance, Agility, Double Dance, Sweep. I forgot to mention Exatu's my other Zmon. I should have said that. But I was thinking of Blaziken with a Z, but I don't have Blaziken with a Z. Exatu is my other Zmon because, like, if I need... Exatu doesn't really need one run item. Usually it runs Rocky Helmet or something, but like if Zen Headbutt is going to knock out something, but it doesn't always knock it out, I can run Psyche MZ and ensure KO, because Blacephalon isn't always going to need that. Z move, especially when Specs and Scarf are just really good on it. But anyway, this does give us another fire type, but this one being physical. I didn't really see much physical on my team. I had Zygarde, Muk, Bronzong, and Blaziken. Blacephalon, Suicune, Xatu, Venusaur, Raikou, Rubambi are all special. So I wanted to get something that was physical and fighting, but Emboar was a little too bit out of my price range, which I didn't know at the time. I thought Venusaur gave me 40 extra points, which it didn't, so I ended up going with Blaziken. And everybody says it's bad because it doesn't get speed boost, but so I really wanted to try how it is because people were like, well, Blaze is underrated. So yeah, I just wanted to see how this mon works out. Actually it gets defog, which I didn't know it had. That's something to know. I'm really upset it doesn't get rocks because Infernape is a firefighting starter and has rocks. But yeah, and then last but not least, we have the good old Linoon, Gluttony, Belly Drum. Good thing it double clicked and picked Belly Drum for me. As well as it does have a Ipapa or a Figgy that are just completely maxed out its attack. And this thing, 239 times 4, plus extreme speed, stab damage is just way too strong. Especially getting Seed Bomb for ground types, Shadow Claw for shadow types, yeah. Ghost types, Play Rough for maybe Annoying Fairy, 50 special attack. We can use that with Grass Knot, Ice Beam, Surf, Thunderbolt. Nice little Specs Linoon set. We're never gonna use that. Maybe if it's week 9 and we play Teddy and I want to make him get a win, we can use that. Also base 100 speed, so it can set up in front of a lot of things, specifically bulky steals. It doesn't really have a move to hit them, but I don't have a move. I wish I got Stomping Tantrum. Stomping Tantrum. But yeah, it doesn't really have a move to hit ground types, which kind of sucks. It has a move to hit rock types and seed bombs, so that's cool. Throat Chop also beats dark types. No, beats ghost types. Excuse me, jeez. Oh, we have Dig. I guess Groundium Z would be kind of cool on Linoon, but we don't. It's not our Zmon. I don't see. I mean, we could try a manual Dig. Let's check this real quick. Linoon. Right, I still have this set up. Linoon against Registeel, since they're both Argumons. Let's see here. +6. Shadow Claw still 3 hit KO. Geez. Yeah. See, look. Boom. Make Linoon UU. Maybe that's something we can do. But yeah, pretty much that's my entire team. If you guys know of anything that you can help me maybe change on the team, I'm always down for maybe something. To mix it up a bit later in the season. For now, I'm going to try it out. Week 1 match will be up in about 2 hours, I want to say. Maybe an hour or two. Don't really know exactly how I plan on scheduling everything. It's right now 12 o'clock. Want to watch a couple GBA matches at the same time I'm rendering. So it'll probably be a while. If you guys did enjoy the video, let me know what you guys think of the team down below. Nickname ideas, anything. I actually can't use nicknames on Showdown, or I can't use the little good only show imported sets. Kind of stupid, but it is what it is. I did join the OST. If you guys don't know what that is, that's the official Smogon tournament. My opponent week 1, it seems pretty scary. He's over here in the. Also, I wasn't running adamant, but he's in the 1800s on OU, so that's really scary. So I'm gonna try to counter team him and. Not counter team him, but I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Pretty much that's that. I don't really know what else to say except one of these kind of endings again. Yeah, I'm the Money Gliscor, coach of your New York Gliscors. Wow, I haven't said that in forever. I don't even know. I'm a whole mess right now. Yeah. Peace.